Hey everyone, this is Kathleen with Windy Chaos, and I'm here today to show you the latest cuteness that's coming up in the shop. So this one is called March Leprechaun Madness. It is a Wee Whispers kit, which means it's going to have the clip art, the patterns, and the days of the week. So it's a nice small kit, but it kind of covers like everything. It comes in 3 formats, so you get it as a Good Notes file, you have a Noteful file, and a Zoom Notes file. You also have a folder that's going to have all the PNGs. So if you're using Android and something else that you need to create your own sticker book, that way you can. And I'll also include a blank PDF that has the cover and the pages and stuff that if you're having to create your own because you're not using one of those files, then you can. So sorry, I did not film this the way that I thought I would with the overhead camera because I just wanted to do this quite quickly, and the easiest way is to do the screen recording. So I hope you don't mind, but I am going to work on doing more like tutorials and stuff where you can see my Apple Pencil and just see the whole screen. But anyhow, this kit is kind of all the things about March that we love, which is St. Patrick's Day. But I have lots of friends who love to follow the whole March Madness NCAA college basketball tournament. And it's not personally my thing. I love the college football, but I struggle to really get into the college basketball scene, which is so funny because like in high school, we were not a good football team, but we had a great basketball team. So you would think I would really, I think it's just that I don't enjoy basketball on TV. I enjoy basketball in person. Whereas I really do enjoy football on TV probably more than I do in person. So it's one of those weird things. Anyhow, so this has a sweet little leprechauns and fairies and basketballs. And if you don't care about basketball and you're thinking, oh darn, there's plenty of St. Patrick's in this that is basketball free, that you'll still have a really cute kit to work with. So let's take a look. So here we've got some basketball stuff at the top. We've got a couple of basketballs, a couple of backboards, and a basketball court. And we've got some cute little 4-leaf clovers. And we've got a cute little banner and more little like buntings. And then we've got some little Celtic knots and this sweet little charm and the claddagh and a pot of gold with the rainbow. And then we've got these really beautiful Irish cliffs. I got to visit Ireland back in '99, and it was really a very fun trip. And we went to the Cliffs some more, which were gorgeous. And then we have this cute little Irish cottage and some pretty stone fences, and one that's got kind of the cottage and the fence together. This cute little couch, and then we get into these fairies. So some of them are carrying basketballs, some aren't, but look how cute this is. You can put her on top of there and she's sitting on the couch. I think that's so fun. Okay, so a few of them have basketballs, many of them don't. I went ahead and put in a Guinness and a little foam finger and an Irish coffee. Oh, excuse me. And then we've got some little hearts and horseshoes and the Irish flag. And then we've got some leprechauns and a cute little sheep. Some of them are doing basketball-y things and some of them aren't, including a cute little referee. Then we've got a little TV and it just says hoops, and this cute little guy sitting there watching television. And then we've got some cute little Irishy style quilt squares and a little table runner. Okay. And then we just got a load of these pretty little hillsides. And I know it seems like a lot and they're very similar, but they're different at the same time. So I just would always rather give you more options than less. This one's a little more squared up, and these guys are a little more like longer landscape style. So there you go. And like this one has that cute little, they just have rocks in different places. I don't know. I think maybe I was having decision fatigue, so I was like, put them all in. More is more. It's good. Then we've got this sweet little rainbow and some more clover. Pretty little cable knit sweater with a clover on it. And then we've got these darling toadstools. Got a couple little trophies. Got a toadstool and a basketball. And then we've got some wreaths. So, oops, I think I went too far. Oh, shoot. Yep, I gotta fix this. Sorry, I'll show you on another, let's see. My bad, guys. I have to fix that because I have a page to add in there. Okay. Whoop. There are also some cute little sayings. So that page I need to add in still. So blessed but still exhausted, chasing rainbows, not deadlines. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hoops, dreams, and lucky things. Lucky days ahead. Lucky enough is enough. Top of the morning starts too early. Today will be my lucky day, St. Patrick's Day, and game day. So there you go. And then this part are the labels. So you get a sheet of labels that are kind of color coordinated, and every page has like the whole color palette. I know that one's hugely big. I would say the main color palette is here, but also you see some of this in there as well. So, but when I'm working, I very often start with a really big one, and then it kind of gets narrowed down. And a lot of times these are shades of. So like this blue is a tint of that dark blue. But it doesn't look so good as a label, it makes it kind of unreadable. So anyway, it does give you a pretty color palette to work with, and the hex codes. And then we've got the days of the week, which are in two formats. This was the deco with the rainbow, and then this really cute, this font is called Tuesday, and I think it is darling. And this font's called Signature. And then I repeated that game day and the St. Patrick's Day there so that you could pop those on. And then we've got the patterns, which were really fun to work with. So we've got this cute check that's a basketball. And then we've got kind of this Celtic knot that almost looks like stained glass. And then I love this one. It's just basketballs that are bouncing all over the place. And they've got these cute little dashed lines to show. Okay, and then we've got the basketball courts, which I think looks really neat. Now this one looks like it's gray, but it's not. It just doesn't have a white background behind it. And it's all rainbows. So there we go. And then this guy is so pretty. Just these cute little shamrocks or clover. I never know which is which. Sorry, this isn't lined up very well. Oh, and that was that file that I kept having a hard time with. And this one looks different because it's over a gray square, but it is actually just a pretty tint with the Irish flag colors. So you've got green into white into orange. And then this one is, again, it's over a gray square, so, but it's just a kind of a, almost like a watercolor wash type feel of just the rainbow gradient. And then this one that's cute with the mushrooms, some gold coins, and then the shamrocks. And then you have those same patterns where the background has been stripped and then it's made into black and white. And I kept these guys pretty, I didn't reduce the opacity a lot on these at all. So I know a lot of people are just using GoodNotes. Well, they're using GoodNotes a lot of times for the sticker books, but most folks have switched over to being in Noteful that I'm in groups with and stuff, because it lets you just change things really easy. So like I do all the time in Zoom Notes, I'll go here and I'll just go to image and edit, and I'll just change the opacity. Because as it stands, it's pretty bold, but you can always take down the opacity, but it's really hard to build it up. So I want to give it to you with all the detail and the contrast that I can, so that you can decide how much to knock it down, rather than me giving it to you in a way that you can't knock it down. So hope that makes sense. And there's the rainbow and the quartz. Now, I will say, these don't translate all that well into textures, but I went ahead and gave them to you anyway, because you may find a different use for them. You might find that I don't know, just that you want some sort of wash or texture that is, it just doesn't, I just can't think of what it would be, but who knows? I mean, there may be a time when you just want the edges of something to be a little dimmed over, and this little guy is going to do the trick. So if you remember, you have him. That's always the other trick too, right? Is remembering what you've got in your storehouse. So, all right. And then this page is just for being able to go into the Windy Chaos library and taking anything that you want from there. So there's numbers there, and there's planner words, and there's just a lot of little things like that are really fun. Especially, I know there's a ton of blue numbers. I know there's green numbers. I know there's orange circles, numbers. So if you're looking for numbers, that's a really great place to go. And then this is just the last page, and it gives you some information about me and the shop, and then again, what fonts were used. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you can see how you can use it as a basketball kit, especially like if you've got a kid in basketball and basketball season. I know it starts way back in November and stuff. So, you can always pull out those basketball bits for another time. But also that this is a complete St. Patrick's Day kit in and of itself. You just get to kind of combine the two, mash up these two themes if you want to. So I thought it was a fun concept. I hope you do too. And I'll see you for the next one. Thanks so much for watching.